Let me hit record. I need to upload all these to YouTube. So if, talking about the coaching opportunity as a new coach is kind of scary, and I get that, but there's little ways that you can do it just by breadcrumbing, even if it's just relating what you're doing in the challenge group into the coaching side of things. So we have 6 days left until the sneak peek. So that means I want at least, I would say maybe 8 like breadcrumbing posts, meaning it's not a call to action post. It's what we call jab, which that's from a book, a personal development book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And it's basically like we throw these little jabs out there on social media. Like sometimes I'll take a picture when I'm in the doctor's office with Jaden, and I'll talk about how I don't have to take off from work because I can just be there. But it's not really a call to action post. It's kind of like a day in the life, if that's how you want to think of it. I like to call it breadcrumbing because I'm just breadcrumbing little pieces and little elements of my life to lead up to a call to action. So I want you to kind of think about 7 to 8 breadcrumbing posts that you could do from today until Thursday, which is our sneak peek. And then I want 2 call to actions about the sneak peek. Now, these are very easy. You can go and look at any of the leaders on our team's pages and just click on the photos, and you'll be able to see which ones are call to actions when it comes to sneak peeks, because we're typically saying something about being a mom and being home with our kids or our tribe or whatever it is, and just kind of look at those posts. But you should have one for Sunday night, and then you should have one for Wednesday night. So if y'all want to write that down somewhere. And I typically say between 7:30 and 8:30 is the highest traffic time. And then I typically always do a last call on Thursday at 5, last call, come, jump in with us at 8, not whatever time we start, 7 o'clock, or whatever your time is. So that's a total of 9 posts. And guys, those posts don't have to be long. You don't have to think about, don't overthink them. And I know that's sometimes hard as a new coach. You're like, oh my gosh, but just think about what you love about coaching. Think about this. This is a great breadcrumbing post. I mean, how we can hop on at 6:45, laugh at each other. We've never met each other in person yet. I'm sitting here feeling like I'm talking to some of my best friends, making fun of you because you rolled out of bed and didn't brush your hair. So, I mean, that's just life. And that's this.
And Tammy had to go 30 minutes to the store.
Right, and Tammy had to go 30 minutes to get some coffee because she grabbed the machine. Ma'am, look, even more. I can make fun of y'all for that. So, those kind of things, those little, I can't deal with you. Those little moments with coaching are what I love. So it's not all about the join me. It's just, hey, I'm on a call. Can y'all please put some shorts on before anyone sees you in your underwear. See, look, this is my life, joining a call with kids in their underwear.
This is why I'm in the car.
In your ear. Right. I can't go to the car because they'll find me. They'll still find me.
Where's she going with her hair looking like that?
I don't know. Are you driving? Or are you just sitting in the car? Please tell me you're driving.
Starbucks, my friend. I am driving.
You're going to Starbucks.
My coffee.
Y'all, and this coffee.
too.
I can't deal with it. Okay, put it in your ear.
I'm due for you, Tammy.
Do you want some Minions?
Good.
I know.
Okay. Jaden.
Oh, and I live so far out.
Minions, please. Okay.
Save
All right, focus.
Oh, no.
Look, this is what happens. I'm a squirrel. We got to focus. And I haven't finished my Energize, so I'm not laser focused right now. Okay, so those are little breadcrumbing pieces. So your job between today and I would say, tomorrow, because the longer you wait, we don't got a whole lot of time, is to kind of craft some of those posts. Just open up a Word document, or I haven't taught y'all how to do a post ideas group yet. Hey, can y'all go in your room? Jaden.
The post idea group is really a really good idea, and I'm sure she'll go into detail after she just brought it up, like she forgot about it or something. But
I use the post idea group as well.
Yeah,
okay.
And actually I have put Tammy in mine, and we have been creating posts off of each other's posts, so it kind of helps to have somewhere where you can go in and look and see what posts you have, where you can structure them together or put them together.
Let me show y'all what that is really quick, just because some of y'all are like, what? So obviously there are lots and lots of people out there that we follow. We have, I use mine, especially when I'm doing personal development. It's basically just a collaboration of either posts that I see that are like, oh, that's inspiration. Remember, we don't want to copy and paste other coaches' stories. We want to use them for, like, maybe somebody posts about something, a story in their life, and it triggers something to me. And I'm like, oh, I loved how they talked about that, or I love how they wrote that. So it just helps spark ideas. So, or maybe I saw a good call to action post or a good whatever. So you basically create a group and you don't put anyone in it. Well, they put each other in it, which is awesome. I don't put anyone in it. You have to put someone in it. So I just put my husband in it, but then I go and delete him out because otherwise he's like, why am I getting all of these notifications about, and I'm like, sorry. So, and it's just my group. It doesn't have a cover photo. It doesn't have anything. I literally will just copy and paste posts that I see that are of inspiration into that group. So let's say I'm like, oh, I need a good call to action post. I'll go and type in challenge group, or I'll go and type in sneak peek and look at it and kind of go, okay, I love how they said this. How would I say it if I was my avatar, which we've talked a little bit about that. If I was reading this post, what did I like about it most? And how can I fit whatever they said to my story? So it's literally just a Facebook group, and it's a great way because some of y'all are probably screenshotting posts or like, oh, that was a good post. Let me screenshot that so I don't forget it. Ask me how many screenshots I used to have. I tried doing Excel for a while, but when posts get really long, because some of us like myself are super long-winded, nobody got time to read all that on there. So it's just easier on Facebook because I can just go and access it right then and there. So you just create a group. And then that way, if you see a post, even if it's like post from our team or whoever, or if you're following top coaches or whatever, and you're like, oh, that was a great post. I love how she said that. You just copy and paste it. That's fine. But you need to make sure all your baseball stuff is ready, and you need to eat breakfast. That is not breakfast, child. Minions. Minions is breakfast. Fruit snacks. Let's have fruit snacks for breakfast. That sounds like a great idea before we play a baseball game. Oh, this is my life, y'all.
You need some bananas and strawberries.
Huh?
Look, Candace.
Bananas and
Full of
strawberries.
strawberries. See?
He won't eat strawberries. He doesn't like the texture of them.
How cute.
And he
Oh,
hates bananas.
no. Wow.
We
rescued it yesterday.
I'm like, kid. Oh my God, look at the baby kitten. I don't even like cats, but that's cute.
I don't either.
Put
it out.
Rescued it off the side of the
Thank
road.
Aw.
Okay, well, you better love it then.
Man.
I do.
Okay, focus. I'm such a squirrel. That's funny. Okay, so make a post ideas group. And so I'll use mine. Like if I'm reading my personal development, y'all, a lot of my inspiring posts come from me reading my personal development. As I'm reading or as I'm listening to a podcast, which is what I recommend y'all all doing. If you're listening to something, either you should be having a pen and paper next to you or your phone, because I will stop a podcast or stop reading and be like, oh, that's a great nugget. Or how could I turn that into a story to share on Facebook? Like I did one, I think it was last week, and when I was listening to one of the podcasts on Success Talks, and I'm like, oh, I can totally relate that. How could I take that information or take whatever this author is saying and turn it into a story that I could use? Those are where all my great posts come from. Oh, we lost Gabby. Guess her coffee didn't make it. And we lost Rochelle. What? Like, nobody love us this morning. So yeah, totally do that, because that's a great way to just kind of house all of that stuff into one place. So that was totally not what I was going to talk about this morning. So the first thing I was going to talk about was
Oh, she's back.
free groups. I said we must have lost you. You must have not got your coffee.
Anything else for you today?
Oh, that was it. She lost us because she had to order whatever. She didn't want us to hear what she was ordering.
Oh, me? No, I was trying to put it on mute and I deleted you by accident. I was trying to mute you. Just my latte. I didn't want to be loud.
So in your Shanti free group, how are them like a lot of new people?
Mine?
Yes.
Okay, so my Shanti is my free group from last month.
Okay.
And I just added new people into it. My free group stays the same. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, actually, is free groups. Because I want you guys to, well, let me back up. The first thing I want to talk about is success partners and what that means. So, and having Candace on here helps really well too. And I'm hoping that she can attest to having done this in the donut group and maybe not. But so a success partner is basically like an accountability partner. It's very much kind of like our challenge groups, but it's within the coaching side of things. I've done it in the past where I've kind of paired you guys up with people, but I don't really think that necessarily, I don't know. I just don't feel like that worked as well because you guys know yourselves, and we're getting to know each other on these calls, and you're getting to know each other on Facebook and that kind of thing. But so a success partner is someone that you guys kind of linked up, and it's basically like your accountability partner. You guys more than likely are probably, in the same spot of your business, and you are wanting to take your business somewhere to the next level or whatever it is that you're doing. But you guys kind of link up and you go hand in hand. I have three success partners that are not even on our team, like not any, nowhere. And so that's kind of what I want to encourage. Some of you are in some of our larger groups, whether it's like the donut shop or whether it's our new coach group. But I want you guys to kind of, think about the people that you relate to. Maybe you relate to their social media. Maybe you relate to how they talk on these calls. And you guys kind of link up and start to say, hey, here's my goals. Here's where I want to take my business. And that person says what their goals are and where they want to take their business. And then you guys kind of work together basically to kind of check in on each other. You obviously have your upline, myself or Candace or Tammy or whoever your upline is. But you also have each other to help, especially being on the same level. So if there's something you're struggling with, I'll go to my success partner. Like, for instance, there are a couple of us, and I'm going to share more of this with the team and kind of where the direction our team is going for this year. But there are a couple of us that are pushing for 5-star diamond and elite coaches this year, which is totally mind-blowing to even think about that the possibility of that happening is there, but it is. But I need someone to help hold me accountable for that. I need someone. And so one of my success partners and I, we have a weekly call like this where we just hop on and we're like, okay, how's our week going? What's working for me right now? What's not working? We bounce ideas off of each other, like, how I switch up our challenge groups or how we do our sneak peeks or just different things that are working for each other, because multiple brains is better than one brain. And if we can't hop on a call, which we have a pretty standing call every Tuesday, but if for some reason we just can't get on, or even when we do, typically Fridays or Saturdays we check in. Hey, here's where I'm at with Success Club. Here's where my team is at as far as how many coaches are in Success Club. Here's what I'm struggling with. And I'll be honest, like sometimes I'll be like, look, this week sucked. I feel like I'm struggling. Here's where I'm at, and that kind of thing. So it's just a great, the more accountability we have, the better, because you should not be on an island in this business ever. There's no reason that you should feel like you are alone. And if you do, then we need to reevaluate what's been going on, because that should not happen. So I want to encourage you guys. So your other homework assignment to write down on wherever you just took notes for the first homework assignment is to find a success partner. And guys, I'll be honest, sometimes this is a trial and error thing. It's like dating. And you can make it speed dating. And if it's not working, then y'all just keep, like, I still have success partners or former success partners that it just didn't really work out, but I'm still really good friends with them. And we still check in every once in a while. But as far as business minded and the direction that I want to go. So if you're wanting to take your business to the top and you're like, I want to be Diamond by Summit. I want to, be a Success Club legend. I want to retire my husband, or I want to, quit working, or whatever it is that you want to do, you want to find someone that kind of aligns with those goals, because the more you guys kind of go together, the better it is. So if some of you are in the donut shop, that's a great place to start. So if you see coaches in there that are going back and forth, and I don't know, have you done that? Because I know you talked to quite a bit of the coaches in there, right, Candace?
Yeah, I've talked to JC and
Right.
Shanna. The other Shanna.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the other Shanna.
Yeah. So that's a great place to start. I know some of you done there after you did the Business Starter Academy, and that's a great place. So those kind of things, like, don't be afraid to start posting in there. It's okay. And you'll see, like, you see coaches in there post all the time. I'm getting crickets. What am I doing wrong? Or that's and that group is very driven into business goals and helping you be successful with the intent of changing lives. So it's like you have to merge the two together. Yes, our goal and our focus is to change lives, but you also have to make sure that you have the business side of things and understand that this is a business. So how do we make sure that we have that, kind of piece to the puzzle? So that's your next homework assignment, is to find a success partner. And it doesn't have to be just one person. Sometimes there's 3 of us that'll hop on together. But just get to know each other, kind of, it's kind of like, I say it's like online dating. I will sometimes go into a group and be like, hey guys, I'm looking for a success partner. Here's what I'm wanting to achieve in my business. And I don't want you guys to hold back on what your goals are, because I know some of you will go in there and post like, hey guys, I'm really looking for a success partner. I'm a new coach. I want to be enrolled by December. Phrase. No, like we want to be enrolled within the next 30 days should be our first goal. And 100% a possibility. So, and you don't want to say, I want to, bring in a full-time income, or I don't, because you're afraid that it's going to scare somebody away or not. Don't do that to yourself. Put it out there. And the more you put it out there, guess what's going to happen? The universe is going to align with what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. So, and it's going to attract someone to you that has similar goals. So, and I will literally go and I will copy and paste that message into pretty much every group I'm in and be like, hey guys, I'm looking for a success partner. I'm a new coach. I've been a coach for such and such, months, or here's where I'm at. This is where I want to go. This is my goals. Is anyone else looking for a success partner? Start with the Team Persevere page. Post that in there. Go to our Rockstar page or the Donut Shop. Or if you've joined any of the Beachbody pages, because there's like a Beachbody Champions page. That's all coaches, and it's like run by corporate. There's a whatever. There's a regions group for each whatever region you're in. Like I'm in the central region, so there's a central region Beachbody page, and so I will go in there and post, because you're gonna find someone, and it's totally okay if they are not anywhere on our team. Like sometimes that's even better, because I get ideas from other coaches that truly help spark my business and go, I would have never even thought of that. And that so it's a game changer. And I promise I put it off for so long. And the minute I changed my mindset on that and said, hey, I need someone else, to be like-minded with me, it changed my business. So that's your next homework assignment, is to go out there and kind of start dating and finding a success partner. So speed date, and it's okay if it doesn't work out. No hard feelings, because this isn't, it's not a life or death thing. And it's okay if you have more than one person that you're checking in with, or several of you link up together. But it is not your upline. Let me reiterate that. Your success partner is not your upline. It's someone other than your upline. That is not your success partner, because your success partner, your upline is here to mentor you and guide you and walk alongside of you, but they are not your success partner. So, then that when you do that, I want you guys to work together. And if you don't find someone that you truly relate to just yet, that's fine. But I want a couple of you to link up together. And I want you guys to schedule out a free group. So Candace was just asking me about my free group. Now, here's my reasons as to why we do free groups and why I didn't do them in the past. Number one, free groups take quite a bit of time as far as the relationships that you're building. We all know that the building relationship part of this business is the part that takes the longest. But it's the most crucial and important part, because without having that piece or that component, then we don't really have the business that we're truly aspiring to have. Because at the end of the day, if I didn't have that relationship with all of y'all, then more than likely you wouldn't be on this call with me. So the relationship building part is the key to having success in this business. And so that comes from free groups. I'll be honest and say in the past, I didn't value or didn't see the value in doing free groups. And so I didn't do them. And I look back now and I think that my business probably would have been 100 times different if I would have been more consistent with those free groups. So since January, I've been doing a free group every single month, other than the month that I lost Maya. Because it's a filter. It's a funnel. It's a place for you to build a relationship with people and put them in. And the more you fill that funnel, the more you fill that pipeline, then the more that transitions into your larger challenge group. So now every month, the third Monday of the month, I start a free group. This month was different because we had the Sean week and then we had the Shift Shop preview. But typically every third Monday of the month, I do a free group. And guys, it does not have to be hard. If there's something that you love, maybe it's organization, maybe it's time management, maybe it's how to survive as a hot mess mom, like whatever, or it's clean eating, like a 5-day free clean eating group. But I'm going to show you guys this little tool. Let me get it open here.
That cat what?
I was in a, can I talk for just a second? I found in his I think it's the Journey Fit for Autumn Calabrese or something. I think Shanna is in it with me.
Yeah, I am.
They advertised a 5-day self-love boot camp. Well, I asked to join and they accepted me, and I took every single one of their posts and put it in one of my in a free group. And it pretty much just talks about loving yourself again.
Right.
I'm really kind of scared to advertise it. I don't know why. But I mean, I've never done like a self-love kind of thing.
That's because you struggle with that. That's why you're afraid to, which is why you need to do it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And that's why, getting into those groups where I was talking about the other night, like, don't let getting into 500 million groups overwhelm you. Take from it what you can use to grow. And, coaching, I always say as a former teacher, coaching is like teaching. We beg, borrow, and steal everybody's lesson plans. Like, that's just how teaching is. You take what works for you. Because that's what it is. I don't.
Really, that's the truth.
Right? Like, you don't see me recreating lesson plans on my own, spending 5 hours. I'm going to take what's worked and make it my own and tweak it and then go in there and teach my kids the same amount of information that somebody else is teaching them. It's the same thing with coaching. I will get into groups. You guys know that I'm in Carl's push to summit group. And it's the same thing. There will be coaches and they're sharing. I've gotten so many free group ideas or so many free group information. And I take that stuff and I put it together, or most of the time it's already put together. And I put it in our, in our arsenal. What? I put it in our arsenal so that we have it. You guys have access to all of that. So I save all of that stuff. So whatever you guys find, there is a place for you to put it to share with the team. Because, again, you're not recreating the wheel. There's no reason that you should have to go out there. So doing a free group can sound scary, except for the fact that – what?
Oh,
In your ear. There you go. Is that better? Okay. Now can you hold it while I'm talking? Okay. Except for you don't have to recreate anything right now. What? Oh, you want to say hi? Can you hear me?
hi.
Hi. Good
Hi.
morning.
Whoa. You want what? I have no idea what you just said. Okay, here's the ear. Thank you. Especially in the beginning. Okay, well, you take that one and I just put here and I'll just talk. Okay, so they can hear me, but I can't hear. Okay, put it in your ears. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. So Jaden, can you please come get your brother? Go get some more Minions. Have fruit snacks for breakfast. I'm not even going to fight it today. This is what happens when my husband works midnights and doesn't get home until 9. No shame. I get none. What was I saying? Oh, so especially in the beginning, you don't have to, you literally will take it. Let me put it this way. First year teacher, I did not create a single lesson plan. I took whatever my mentors gave me and I went into my classroom and I read it from the lesson plan and put whatever on the board they told me to put. And I said whatever they needed to say. And most of the time I was copying down whatever I was watching them in their class. I'm like, okay, this is what I say here. And this is what I say there. Until you get comfortable changing how you deliver it. It's the same thing. Guess what? I'm going to give you the template for a free group down to the photos that you post in the group and tell you what time you need to post them. All you got to do is do it. So, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And then you're like, I got this. I can do my own free group. I don't need to look at the template. Or you take it and you mix a whole bunch together and you make a new free group. So it's not about recreating the wheel. Like, it's not, don't make it harder than it is basically what I'm saying. And don't let fear get in the way. Just do it. And guess what? If it bombs, try something else next month, because it's going to bomb. You're going to have free groups. Hell, you're going to have challenge groups that are just awful, and no one talks and no one comments on anything, and no one, it's like crickets. And so guess what you got to do? You got to figure out what's going to work the next month. And how to keep moving forward. So I want to show you guys what do you want? What? You want some water? Can you go get it? It's in the fridge. Go get it in the fridge. I love my baby. We're working on, he does speech therapy once a week and behavioral therapy once a week as well. So we're working on words.'re getting there. But the screaming, yeah, that's what I deal with on a 24-hour basis.
How's the behavioral therapy?
We're only like 2 weeks in, and it's going. Listen, I love the behavioral therapist, but as a former teacher, I've already tried to implement a lot of the things that I learned in the first place, and things that I couldn't do, like obviously with behavior kids, like holding them tight sometimes works when they're in the middle of a tantrum, because it like that. Like the weighted blankets kind of thing, where it like something about it.
See, Avalon has the weighted vest.
Does she?
Yes, and we have to wear it almost 24 hours a day.
See, I've been thinking about. I just use me for right now.
Right.
This little kid is strong, and
well, she was screaming so much.
Okay.
She was screaming so much one day at school that I had to they called me to come and get her.
Oh. Wow. See, and he's not, obviously he's not in school yet. Jaden, can you get the iPads off the fridge, please? Yeah, they're up there. I put them up there so you couldn't have them. But Jaden will get them. They know exactly where I hide them.
Well, I asked about the behavioral therapy because on Tuesday we got Madison, she got diagnosed with ADD and ODD.
What's ODD?
So
oh, yeah. Oppositional defiance disorder.
Yeah. Look, this is why we're a tribe,
behavior counseling.
This is why we are a tribe. This is why
oppositional defiance disorder is pretty much a nice way of saying they piss.
Exactly.
It's pretty much, that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what Landon's not, like, they tried to put him on the spectrum, and then that was taken off because the person that evaluated him the first time was crazy. But the other 3 people that have evaluated the system, like, what is she talking about? I'm like, I don't know. Listen, we got behavioral issues and we got speech issues, but whatever she was trying to say, I don't know. So
they're always trying to put kids on the spectrum.
Right, exactly. And this lady was
like a bad.
Anyway, I digress. But the point is, we got our therapy switched to where now it's in home, because I struggle, and I'm like, this is why I'm a squirrel. I struggle with like the screaming and I'm pretty sure he has ODD too, because that's exactly what we had, like throwing chairs and getting pissed. And he's 2, and it's beyond the what, baby? For which one? In my bedroom, I think.
Tuck threw a chair at one of his teachers when he was 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much, so he originally was like wanting to work with him by himself. I'm like, well, listen, he's not always by himself. So in Caleb, my crazy child, that's when things kind of start to get a little bit, and so she saw that finally last week, and she's like, is this how we normally, I'm like, yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Like, this is why that we're doing it at home, so you can see the environment.
I see. I should thought that's
that he's in, so that you can.
Monica, is that occupational therapy?
It's not it's called SSI.
ECI.
It's through ECI, which is Early Childhood Intervention, which is through the district. Before, it was a therapist that I had selected that we had used when Caleb was doing oral therapy. But now I switched.
Because Avalon's an occupational, behavioral, physical, and occupational and speech.
Right. Through ECI?
Yeah, through ECI. And Tuck just had a lot of psychology testing done, and he's now bipolar.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah. So we have to deal with that too. I mean, he's on 3 different medications.
Oh my goodness. That's so. And how
What
old is
about
Heck?
the groups thing on the Monday call?
Yes.
I actually think it's kind of my ODD and thing was all leading to this. The group after we had the call on Monday. Well, I went to the doctor on Tuesday. She told me that about Madison. Well, I thought, okay, well, how can I get help? How can I figure out what's going on? Well, I went straight to the search bar on Facebook and looked for mom groups with kids. And I added myself into them, and I put a picture with me and my girls and said, this is me, and I'm a new member. And I got like 4 friend requests off of it.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Talking back and forth about how our kids are and how their doctors help change, So I feel that was a good call on Monday. If you haven't listened to it,
go listen to it. I posted the link on the page.
The doctor appointment that I had, and it was like all there.
Right. So. That's cute, and that's exactly. So when Landon was diagnosed, originally on the spectrum, I went teacher crazy. Went to Dollar General, spent like $100, made like 10 sensory buckets because I know he does have sensory issues. And I was like, listen, if I'm going to be at home, and because all of this was going on when I lost Maya, so I needed something to focus on. So I was like, if I'm going to do something, like I turned in my living room into half a homeschooling area, which I don't know what I was thinking because that's why I don't teach elementary school. But, and so I made a bunch of sensory buckets, but then I added myself into like some homeschooling groups, into Montessori groups, into, and kind of made, I didn't do the introduction part, which I totally need to go back and do now, but I've been interacting in there and taking ideas. So it's the same thing. So those are all free groups. Again, it's kind of the same idea with your free group. So for my free group, now that I can get to the point, so I can get y'all off here because it's already 7:30, is that with the free group I have, is the first one I created this year has been the same one that I've done every month. I just changed the kind of like we do in our challenge groups. I changed the cover photo, I changed the name of it, and I go through and delete the post for the next month. So like I'll go through, and so like last month it was a clean eating group. Some of you were in there. You saw how active the clean eating group was. And I keep you guys in there because you guys help with the engagement. So the next month when that free group comes in and we've got new people, you guys coming in there, being engaged, doing whatever activities that we're doing. And then also like Adrienne was a perfect example. It was like peer pressure. The minute she signed on as a coach, she went in there and she posted, and I didn't even tell her to do this. She just did it. And she said, I signed up. 3 people commented and was like, what's Shakeology? What is she talking about? Da, 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 da. And I was able to have conversations with those people behind the scenes about what Shakeology was. And one of them even went into the next challenge group. So, those free groups are funnels and allow you to build relationships, and people begin to trust you because you're giving them, as coaches. And some coaches will tell you, I don't want to give away a bunch of free stuff. Then we got some issues because the more you give away for free, yes, there are going to be people who take. But you're going to find those people, Adrienne's a perfect example, who got into my free group, who gave me that money objection for so long, got her into my free group. She kind of saw how active it was, what she was getting from it. And then jumped into our challenge group. That's what those do. So let me show you really quick where to find some sample free groups. And I need to update this. And Candace, whatever you got from that self-love group, if you want to put it into a document or something, like put it into a Google Drive so that it's all there, and then put the link here so that sounds like I want to do that for July because I need that.
I'm going to do it too.
So team page, here's what it looks like. Same thing in our challenge group. You go to photos, you go to albums, you go to challenge groups. Look at this. You got a whole section of free groups. So you come over here and you have tons and tons of free group ideas. So let's just say I picked this free crock pot challenge. I'm going to open it. Oh yeah, here we go. It's a Google Drive, which most of them are. It gives you the daily posting script. So what to post, this is the one I did in May, and it worked fabulous. Down to when you set up the group, what you do the week prior to that group going, how to get people, engaged, when to post. Here's your pre-post for Saturday. So literally it's like a lesson plan for a free group. What photos you need to do. Like it tells you which, and it'll tell you on this post this photo. Then it even gives you, so like this group, I didn't have them, the only thing I had them do was sign up for a free membership. It gives you the exercise post. So it gives you everything that you need. There are multiple ones on here. Now I haven't done, a 31 day, but there's a 31 day because that just seems way too long. Mine are typically in between 5 and 7. Look, y'all, I need a reminder to have a shower and eat breakfast. I normally do 5 to 7, and they can be anything. So your homework assignment, you can believe that I'm gonna push you a little bit. So it is June 17th. I want you to go today, create a free group. Now, you can either do this on your own or you can pair up with someone else on our team, whether it's a coach on this call or whether it's a coach on the, you just go post on the team page. Guys, I'm doing a free group. Stay. Here's what I'm doing. But you're creating it today because you are going to do a free group on we're going to say the week of 4th of July. So Monday the 3rd. So that means you're creating the group today. You're going to find the content that you're going to use. The group is created. Now, guys, don't overstress this. If you are doing a free clean eating group and you don't have a cover photo, don't spend 5 hours trying to create a cover photo. Go to Google and type in free group or free clean eating group and click on images, and you're going to see 500 million. Now, just make sure that you take off if there's anybody else's name on there or something, but find a photo that looks good, that's clean. Don't use like the granulated ones. You can even type in Facebook cover, and it's going to pull up a Facebook cover that says free clean eating group or whatever group it is that you're doing. And then you're going to start advertising it. You can start dropping it in this week, but this week's focus is the sneak peek. Next week will be you're going to hit it hard for your free group because you want that pipeline and you want enough of a time to do that before Shift Shop comes out on the 19th. So you get that free group going on the 3rd. You now have a funnel for when Shift Shop comes out. They've been in your free group. I've had people that will get into that free group and lose 5 to 7 pounds in that first week, not even having been in a challenge group. So they see those results. They love it. They've built that relationship with you. So now when I advertise my test group or Shift Shop, because I'm going to have a test group, and so are you, and you have been selected to be a member in the test group. That's something that you can utilize. Your coach has selected you to be in the test group of Shift Shop, because you are going to be a walking billboard for that. And that's exciting. Do what?
That's going to be after you come back from Summit?
It's released on the 19th. So more than likely, I will do prep week. I need to look at my July calendar. That's on my list of things to do today. Prep week is either going to be the week of Summit or it'll be the week following Summit. But it's probably going to be the week before Summit because I'm be ready to go on the 19th. So, so we
can post all the way leading up to.
Right. And you'll see me doing that every Tuesday. Like I have a folder on my computer that's titled Shift Shop. Guys, go out there and search Shift Shop transformation photos. Start storing those photos. Every Transformation Tuesday from now until Shift Shop is released, I'm sharing a transformation photo from Shift Shop. And most of the time they've put their story, and you guys, those are coaches that are test groups, so they know their stories are being shared. So I will share whatever blip they said and make sure I put in quotations and say, check out what Gabby said about her results from Shift Shop, the coach Shift Shop test group. And then I'm putting whatever, like I lost 5 pounds, I feel great, here's the mental shift that I broke through, whatever. But from now until Shift Shop is released, I am dropping those breadcrumbs and I'm sharing and I'm creating that interest. So you've got that free group coming up. You funnel those people into that free group. And guys, you may have people in free groups for months after months after months before they jump into a challenge group. And that's Okay, because you're building that relationship and you're building that trust. But anyways, when you create that free group, that's going to be your group for life now. So all those people that I've added in there, they stay in there. And then each month I just change it and I add new people into it. So, and here's going to be your greatest avenue. Ask for referrals. So if someone joins your group and that clean eating group post or that Google Drive that I just shared with you has this on there. If someone joins, it gives you a blurb to send them that says, hey, would you do me a favor and share this post and, see if anyone that you would know would want to join my free group. People love to do that, y'all. Like, hey, check out my girl. She's doing a free group on clean eating. And that's not something that I utilized for a really long time, but referrals are powerful. So ask for them. What do you post them? Oh yeah. And I'll just have them share it. And then most of the time the link for my free group is on that whatever post I'm having them share. So those people, I make my groups so that not everyone can add them. I make it so only admins can have them. Because I don't like, and I add that little blurb, hey, no, please don't join if you're already working with a coach or if you're already a coach. Because this is a place for me to gain new relationships. So if it's our team, it's fine. But if they're already working with a coach, we're not trying to poach off someone else because that's just not what we do. And I want to make sure that I'm, being able to build those new relationships with people. So I don't try, unless it's coaches from our team, I don't let other coaches into my free group. And I'll know that they're already working with a coach because I have them sign up for the free, which is now 14 days, free 14-day membership. And I'll see that in my back office because if they're already with a coach, they can't sign up because they're already tied to that coach. And you guys, you have that tool now. People can try out Beachbody On Demand for 14 days, all of it. Not 30 days. It used to be like a limited access where they only could try out a few workouts. But now, 14 days, they get everything. So that 14 days leading up to Shift Shop, you get people into that group. They've tried out Beachbody On Demand for free, and I guarantee you we're going to have another preview of Shift Shop before it comes out. So if they're doing it during that week, they're going to be able to try it, and then boom, when Shift Shop comes out, you've now upgraded them to a challenge pack purchase. So I digress in that your homework assignment is to go and create a free group. If you want to pair up with someone, I'm going to tell you it's okay to have some balls and do it on your own. It's just going to give you that much more experience. And you're going to fumble through it and you're going to forget. But then I sit down on Sunday before that group starts because you'll see free groups. I'm posting in there like 3 or 4 times a day. Y'all, don't nobody got time for that. You got to sit down and you got to schedule that out so that it is going out for you because that's where the value comes. You're giving them so much of you, but you want to make sure that you're not tied to your phone 100 times a day. So whether it's Hootsuite, whether it's Buffer, whether it's Postcrime, Sendable, whatever it is that you're using, sit down before. So if you're starting your group on July 3rd, you need to be sitting down on next Saturday because there's a week of prep week that I do before my clean eating groups, and it's in that document. It tells you exactly what to post. Schedule all of those things out, and then just be adding people into it. So homework assignments. Let's go back and refresh. So your homework assignments are to send me your tracker and where you're at on Success Club. You're going to send me your invites for the week, how many you've talked to, and this could be very eye-opening for some of y'all, and that's what it's supposed to be. So again, it doesn't matter. We just need to know where we're at so we can know where to go. Then you need to create your 7 to 8 breadcrumbing sneak peek post and your 2 call to action sneak peek posts. And feel free to go onto our team page or go to one of our pages and you can use, like, let's say you wanted to use one of these photos where we've taken screenshots of our team calls and you wanted to use that for a call to action. That's a great post. But just make sure it looks clean because remember, you're trying to be professional, especially when you're talking about the business opportunity. Or sometimes I'll do a picture of me and the kids and I'll, say something about being a mom, whatever you want to use, whatever speaks to your heart. So 2 call to action posts, and that's for Sunday and Wednesday night. And then
are the jabs.
yeah, that's what the breadcrumbing, their 7 to 8 posts are. The jabs. And then their 2 call to action posts. And then post your what did I call it? Your personal ad for your success partner. So I should be starting to see, those come up on the Team Persevere page or the Rockstar page, which is our large team. And if you're not on that page and you want to be, you can. That's just basically like my upline and that whole team. Or the donut shop, that would be a good place to start too if you're in there. So I should be seeing the personal ads come out. Find a success partner. And then schedule your free group. So y'all know you're starting your free groups on the 3rd. So create it now so that you can start getting familiar with how to create a group. And guys, if you don't know how to create a group, where I just showed you in those albums where that free group thing is, it's going to tell you. And I think even on that free group video I just sent, it walks you through how to create a group. And then start figuring out what your free group is going to be. Don't overthink it. Don't make it too complicated. Don't try and look through 500 of them and choose which one is the best. Just choose one and do it. And it's like, this is practice. This is your practice run. So don't feel like it's going to be, y'all, let me just put your mind at ease. Nothing is going to be perfect. You are going to say the wrong things. You are going to bomb a group. And that is okay. So I just want you to do. And the more you do, the better it will get. I love having other teachers on here who just get when I say, like, your first year teaching, you just want to survive. Like, you just want to keep your head above water and make sure you don't kill a child. And that they learn something. And if at the end of the year they learned something, then you can feel like you've won at life. It's the same thing. If your challengers have won something, they've learned something, something has changed, then you're winning at life because you're going to get better at it. It's inevitable. So that's your homework assignment. Sorry for all the squirrels. Sorry for all the distractions, because that's just life right now.